What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode with my pal Alex and Feisty Pants.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Alex's Toy Show. It is Q&A 108. We got a shit ton of questions. Look at all this. Logan Clark. Now, Logan and Regan and Renee Rendon, are new subscribers this week. They just caught on to the show, and they asked some of the basic questions that I usually get every week. And for them only, I'm going to answer them. Logan Clark wants to know my favorite baseball player and team of all time. Now, if you're not sure, I do wear a Yankees hat. When I do the videos in the house, there is a giant Yankee poster on the wall. It could be the Yankees. My favorite baseball player of all time is Andy Van Slyke. We did an actual TV show about it. I was on national television, on National Geographic. They came to the house. They turned it into a dramatic obsession instead of just a cool hobby. But it's still Andy Van Slyke. Favorite Yankees player, separate question, is Paul O'Neill. Paul O'Neill missed it by about one season. If he was if he had come onto the scene one season sooner, it could have been the 50,000 card Paul O'Neill collection instead of the 50,000 card Andy Van Slyke collection. Regan's question was my favorite wrestler. You know, I've backed the Shield for the last 3.5 years. Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and Seth Rollins, they're my favorites. Now, a better question is, who can I not stand? Because there's 50 wrestlers that I love in addition to the Shield. Better question is, who can I not stand in the WWE? Can't stand The Miz, can't stand Tamina, Rusev, the Wyatts, and I'm forgetting, Baron Corbin. I want to like Baron Corbin really bad, but I can't stand him. I can't stand him. Renee's question was my favorite WWE wrestler and favorite Major League Baseball player. There you go. It's all same question. David Griffin chimes in with a billion questions. What do you think of the 4th of July food fight on Raw? It was a food fight. It was, it was funny. Your thoughts on the Home Run Derby and the All-Star Game. I made 4 videos Thursday. Maybe you should go back and check them out. I did 4 videos. I did the Home Run Derby, I did the All-Star Game, I did the season standings and leaders, and I did buyers and sellers. Who's going to make it to the postseason? That was all Thursday. Your thoughts on the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers winning the 2016 College World Series. Good for them. Your thoughts on the 1995 Braves Indians World Series. The Braves won it in 6, and it brought them the 3rd World Series championship to their club. Good for the Braves. Do you ever see Andy Van Slyke being in the Hall of Fame? No, he was voted off the card a long time ago, so he's not going to make it into the Hall of Fame. Which Major League Baseball entrance theme song would you have if you came up to bat? I would do the classy Derek Jeter thing, and I would have Bob Shepard say my name coming to the plate like he used to have. That was classy. Which Major League Baseball players would be in your fantasy Yankees? I actually did a fantasy Yankee team. I'll link it for you. Which former GM do you want to run SmackDown and why? Clearly, it's going to be Daniel Bryan. I think that's a great choice. I don't give a rat's ass who ends up running it. I just want to see a good show because I don't feel that the draft is a good idea. I went on about it yesterday, and I think it's a terrible idea, and I just hope they make it work. Your thoughts on the 2 reality shows, WWE Legends House and Holy Foley. I don't watch either of them. Your thoughts on the 1989 No Holds Barred with Hulk Hogan. It was a movie with Hulk Hogan. He fought this guy Zeus, who then came to the WWE as a villain, as a heel, and he fought Hulk Hogan. And they're like, my God, it's the movie coming to life, Solid Steel movie. Whatever. Teddy Long says, please download Pokemon Go. Guess what? I downloaded it. We're playing. I'm my pal Alex. If you need to look me up. We just made level 6 the other day. Who else would I be? At Bear John, he says, where do you work this week? I've been working at the Crayola factory. I'm making brand new colors that you're going to see this fall. However, my names keep getting rejected. I keep coming up with names like Shit Brown and Piss in the Snow Yellow. I'm sure you'll see different names. Caleb Smith says he wanted to know, he wanted to know what kind of superpowers I would have. I would want to be telepathic and telekinetic. Jean Grey and Nate Grey were both telepathic and telekinetic. Caleb would have super speed like the Flash, which is another cool ability. I, however, you know, you were not going to get superpowers, so I'm going to settle for being Batman. I just don't have the money. But I have the super spy genius. At Mike the Little Devil says, do you watch ECW? Yeah, back in the day, I totally did. And who were my... Oh, everybody was great back in the day. You want to know who were my favorite wrestlers from ECW? Everybody. Dude, the Sandman was the greatest. He would come out to Metallica, and he would crush a beer can, and he would be bleeding before he got in the ring. I mean, how great is he? Darion says, have you ever met Super Pop before his passing? Yes, for all of you people who keep asking and wondering, you need to watch my videos, because I can't tell you how many friggin' times I've told you, Grim and Doo-Hop and the Ninja Twins and Ataxa, we're all friends from childhood. I knew Super Pop for many years. I was at his funeral. Yes, I know it's a sensitive question. I'm not yelling. Sting Fist Pant, I don't know what the hell this says. 705. Do you still have that 1-of-1 card? Yes, I do. I have all my Advanced Light cards. They're, I have not yet sold them. I'm still waiting for the right buyer. WWE is Bay. Even though Bay means shit in Danish. It does, look it up. Wants to know, did you ever get thrown out of the storeroom? Oh, okay, this was a question that they left way back on one of the older videos I did. I used to go into the storeroom on the toy hunts. I totally did. I was just like, fuck this place, I'm going in. No, I never got, I just looked like I was a vendor, you know? I was like, I had a little badge, a vendor, and half the people just are clueless. They're oblivious to what's going on. They're just trying to do their job and go home and play Pokemon Go, and they're like, oh yeah, go in the storeroom. Mike Rice he's saying, if Daniel Bryan turns out to be GM of SmackDown, do you want him to be a face or a heel? He thinks if he was a heel, it'd be a little more interesting. But I think he should be the face on a show full of heels, and he'd give everybody the finger and tell them where to go stick it. I think it's going to be great. I would love it if Daniel Bryan turns out to be the GM. Right now, it's a rumor. I guess we'll find out Tuesday. Jacob Fuller wants to know what states I've been to. I've been all up and down the East Coast, from Maine straight down to Florida. I've been to California and Illinois, because I was in Chicago for a week. Alexander Fusaro says, why didn't you and Grim beat up Slender when you were all dressed as Rosebuds? Well, I don't know why Grim didn't, but I was actually working that night. I was not in the Spider-Man costume there. He got somebody else to do it. I don't even know who we got to do it. Marty Young says, Grim or Hawkins? Dude, Grim, all the way. Grim needs to get his effing title back. Paul Willis wants to know, FMK, Lita Page or Sasha? Let's see. Wow, I don't know. I don't know who I would kill. Maybe I would mortally wound them, and I would have to take care of them for the rest of their lives. Let's go with, jeez, that's tough. That is a tough question. Let's go with, let's mortally wound, Lita, so that I could take care of her for the rest of my life. I would marry Paige, and Sasha would be my mistress. Yes, final answer. Troy Mullen says, my favorite current Major League player. I don't know if I have one favorite current, because it's tough to pick a new current player. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot. Bryce Harper is great. I love Buster Posey. That Jake Arrieta kid can throw the ball. I don't know if I have just one. Paul Willis wanted to know who my favorite wrestlers were on the roster. Oh, Paul. Oh, I totally botched your question, because I said earlier on it was a better question to ask who I couldn't stand. Oh, I'm so sorry I didn't mention. But that's it. The Miz, can't stand The Miz, can't stand Tamina, the Wyatts. Who else did I say? Baron Corbin. I really want to like Baron Corbin. I said somebody else earlier, too, and I can't think who it was. Oh, Bo Dallas. I left Bo Dallas out before. Can't stand Bo Dallas. Jose Monta says, what was my favorite All-Star game? My very first one. The first one I actually watched in like 1987. I was like, oh, that's that guy. Oh, that's that guy. And I remember it. It was It was just something, or maybe it was the 88 All-Star Game. Shit! It was the 88 All-Star Game. That was the first year I was fully into baseball. 88. The previous years, I was just like, yeah, baseball's a thing. And I did it. But 88, you know, I was full on with the cards. I did tops. I did score. Got a little bit of Donruss. I watched games. I started watching games, like, regularly. And I caught the All-Star Game that year. And I was like, yeah. Jacob Soja says, what's my favorite restaurant? There's a place called the Tuscan House. I have yet to have something bad from there. King TDG says, my dream match at Mania for Taker. That is still possible. I would have Undertaker fight The Undertaker so that they're fighting themselves. And it's like, by God, there's solid steel mirror in here. And then when one of them loses, the loser would have to retire. And then obviously, if they're both Taker, Undertaker is the one that's losing, whether it's the real one or the fake one, but the loser has to retire, and then Undertaker can just go home and ride his motorcycles. That's all I got for this Q&A 108. Leave your questions in the comments. I answer them every Sunday. Remember to check out the most important part of the show, and let's check out the draft on Tuesday live on SmackDown. Holy shit! All right, bye.